to run or run to idle. Okay, between this. Okay, if you can find this animation or animator tab, you just have to go to window. Okay, window, then animation. You can find the animation as well animator component. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna if we are moving left or right, we're gonna transition to player run. Okay, we will go to player run. If we not moving, okay, if we are not pressing any key or not moving, we're gonna go back to idle state. Okay, in the left you can see parameters. Okay, we what we're gonna do, we're gonna set the parameter or condition. If that condition is true, we will go to run. If that condition is false, we will go back to idle state. That's the case. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna set parameters and we will control those parameters by with script. Okay, on into a script. Okay, what we're gonna do, click this plus icon. Okay, then select the first one, float. We're gonna call this speed or run. You can say speed or run. Okay, hit enter and then click right click. Okay, right click on idle state and make transition to player run. Okay, and select that. Okay, select that. We will go to run state when the speed is greater than, let's say, 0.01. Okay, 0.01 means this is greater than 0.01. Okay, and untick the heck as exit time means if you don't untick this, it will play the idle animation the 90%, and then it will go to run. It won't go to instantly. Okay, so we need to untick this to go instantly. Okay, so we're gonna untick this, and transition duration we're gonna set it to 0 because we don't wanna wait to go in that state. Okay, we will go to run state if our speed, okay, if our speed is greater than point one f or point 0.1 amount. Okay, okay, if I play, if we set this to greater than 0.1. Okay, if I set this speed greater than 0.1 f, we will go to run state. Okay, 0.1 f or zero point 0.2, if you set this to 1 or zero point 0.2, it will go to idle state because it is greater than 0.1 f. Okay, let's say we set it to 1. As you can see, we instantly go to player run. If we set to 0, okay, if we set to 0, we will go back to idle state. Okay, if we set this speed to 0 or lesser than this amount, okay, lesser than this amount, okay, lesser than this amount, we will go back to player idle. Okay, player idle. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna right click on that player state. Okay, player run state, and then make transition. Okay, make transition to player idle. So what we gonna do, we need the set the condition. If that condition is true, then we will go to player idle state and untick the has exit time. We want to go instantly, okay, to idle state if we are not moving or not pressing a or d key. Okay, and we don't wanna wait for duration. We're gonna set it to 0. And if speed is lesser than, okay, lesser than point one f, okay, like say 0.001 is lesser than 0.01. So in that case we will go back to player idle. We're gonna set those parameters into with script. If I now hit play, okay, if I hit play, I will explain in detail about this. Okay, if you have any question regarding this, you just have to comment below. I will make video on that, or I will uh, uh, I will tell you how you can do that. Okay, so what we going to, we gonna say if this 0, okay, we are on idle state. If we set this speed to 1, we going to player run state because if you see transition, 1 is greater than 0.1, which is obviously true. Okay, if we set this to if you select this one, okay, if speed is lesser than 0 1 f, okay, if the speed is lesser than 0 1, let's say this we set to speed 0, we will go back to a player ideal state, because 0 is lesser than 0.0. okay, so if we set it to 0, then you can see we are going back to player ideal state. Okay, so we will control this speed, okay, this speed into script. We need this animator component, okay, this animator component reference. Then we're gonna set this parameter, speed parameter into that. Okay, if we pressing, so what we gonna do, we're gonna open up the player script. We need to open that player script, and we need this animator controller, okay, reference. Then we can set the parameter in this script. Okay, so what we going to do, we're going to make an empty field, okay, empty field of animator. So you have to write public, okay, public any, okay, animator, public animator, call it animator, okay, animator, and close the control s on your keyboard and head back to Unity. You will able to see an empty field of that animator. We will drag this animator that field, okay, then we will have reference of this animator, and we can set the parameter, speed parameter, in this script. Okay, as you can see, it's we need to drag this. Okay, we need to drag this. Now we have a reference of this animator. Now we can set the value in this script. What we gonna do, we're gonna open up the script once again. Let's suppose if you press a key, which will be -1, so movement over here will be -1. Okay, -1. So the -1, which is -1 is, if I go back to this transition, -1 is lesser than 0.1. Okay, that means if we pressing the a key, it's still will play this player idle, because -1 is lesser than 0.1. So to handle that, we have to use mathf.apps. okay, mathf.absolute, we have to use that. If it will take the negative value to positive, even we are pressing the a key, which will be -1, but we can use the mathf.apps, which will convert -1 to +1. okay, so if we pressing the a key, this becomes -1, which is lesser than 0.1 f. okay, this is very means this is a false. Okay, so we will go to ideal state, which we know, but what we can do, we have to use mathf.absolute, which will convert the -1 to +1. okay, which will convert the -1 to +1. So we will play the run state, even we are pressing the a key, means we are going to left, we will play the run animation. What we gonna do, we're gonna go over here. Okay, over here we have to do, if we have to pass movement. Okay, movement, we need to make this abs, means absolute. Okay, means absolute. Okay, means absolute, sorry. If it's greater than 0.1 f. okay, as in as you know, so mathf.apps, okay, over here mathf.apps, over here takes the negative value and convert it to positive. If we are pressing a key, which will be -1, so this mathf.apps convert -1 to +1. okay, so what we gonna do, we're gonna go to animator. okay, animator, and we're gonna set the float, which is speed, as we know speed, and we're gonna set it to 1. okay. 1F means we are running. If we are pressing the A key, okay, over here we setting the speed to 1. 1 means it's running. So we need to go to animator. We are going to animator, and then we are setting the float, which is speed. You have to write as same as there, okay. Same as here, a speed, okay, or it will get you an error. So you have to write same as it is. So we if we are pressing a key which is -1, and this method dot s converted to +1, which is greater than 0.1 f, as we know. Pass this into, okay, mathf mathf dot apps, okay, mathf dot apps, okay. If it's we're gonna say if it's lesser than 0.1 f, means we are not pressing, okay, means we are not pressing anything. This becomes 0, which is lesser than 0, which is lesser than 0.1, which we know. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set this speed to 0. So we will go to idle state, means we are not pressing anything. We're gonna go to an animator, okay, and then dot, then set, okay, set float. We're gonna set float the speed, okay, speed. You have to run it, say 0f. We need to set it to 0f, okay. If we are not pressing anything, okay, then movement becomes 0, okay. Absolute 0, this became absolute 0, okay, which is lesser than 0.1 f, as we know. So we are setting the animator, okay, speed parameter to 0 f, means we are going to idle state, okay. And control s on your keyboard to save this and add back to Unity. You will able to see that, because when speed is greater than 0.1, okay, we are going to run state. When speed is lesser than 0.1, we are going back to idle state, okay. That is what happening. And if we are pressing a key, which becomes -1, but mathf.apps convert it to positive number, which is 1, and 1 as we which convert this to 1. So 1 is greater than 0.1 f, means so we are setting speed parameter to 1 f, means we are going to run state, okay. Control s on your keyboard to save this. And if I hit play, okay, if I hit play, you will able to see, if I press the a key, it will go left. It will go run state, in the run state. If I go to run, as you can see, it's playing player idle, because speed is 0, okay. We are not pressing any key, so its speed becomes 0. As we know, if I over here, if its speed is lesser than 0.1, okay, means 0. So as we know, so we gonna, if we press the D key, so we are moving, okay. If I press the A key, which also moving, which is playing the animation of run state, okay. So this is for the video. If you didn't understand anything like that, just comment below, okay. Just comment below. I will explain in detail about that, okay. So if you are new to my channel, just subscribe that, but subscribe. And we will continue this series. We will add jump animation in the next tutorial, okay. And thanks for watching lastly, and subscribe the channel, okay. Thank you.